What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to #whyanimation. And today we're going to be talking about The Great Mouse Detective, directed by John Clements and Ron Musker. It follows the case of Basil of Baker Street in the world of Mousedom as he tries to stop the evil plot of the evil Professor Rattigan. Now, one of the reasons why I love this movie so much is because it introduced me to the detective stories. It introduced me to Sherlock and the cop shows. It kept my interest. And watching Basil do all the mystery and the detective work, it was really interesting and really fun to watch even now. One of my favorite things is definitely the opening. It starts out very almost kind of grim because there's this bat called Fidget. He goes in and you just see this fight break out between him and Professor Flaversham. And he told his daughter to hide, Olivia. So when she opens the door, it's paint everywhere. It's stuff all thrown. It's just crazy. And then she all yells out, "Daddy!" And then the credits start rolling. And I was like, man, that was an opening. That's how you get somebody interested. You scare them if they're a child, but that's how you get them interested. Another thing I love, shout out to Barry Ingram and Vincent Price for their voice roles in this movie. Barry played Basil of Baker Street, and Vincent Price played Rattigan. And when I tell you the voice that they give these characters, give them so much life, it is so entertaining to watch. The way they try to one-up each other, the way they try to match wits, but they're both so overly confident and cocky that they end up tripping each other up. And it's just very entertaining to watch. And shout out to Vincent Price. That man is a legend. Not just as a voice actor, but also just as an actor in general. Like House on Haunted Hill is golden. Another thing, this detective story, you get A, B, C, boom, you're at the end. You find out who took the professor. You go to Basil. He's like, okay, we need to figure out who did this. He knows who did it. He knows it was Rattigan. He knows that it was Fidget, but he's like, okay, the how and the why. You see him begin his investigation. You see tricks and turns. You see him get trapped by Professor Rattigan. You see all these different things, but it all flows so smoothly into its finale, which is one of my favorite animated film finales ever. It takes place there's a fight between Rattigan and Basil, and they're in this clock tower. And not just the imagery of the clocks, the imagery of the shadows and the lights, but also the brutality that Rattigan starts to show his true rat side going up against Basil. And it is just one of the most just intense finales, especially being a kid. When you're watching it, you would think something bad is going to happen to Basil, but it turns out good. Spoilers, but this movie came out in 1986, 1992. But from start to finish, it very gripping and very engaging. So if you've never seen The Great Mouse Detective, I would highly recommend it. It is just a fun watch from start to finish. If you've got 76 minutes, you want to watch something to pass the time and be fully entertained, definitely check this one out. It's on Disney Plus and plenty other streaming services and sites. I will catch you guys in the next whyanimation review. Have a good night. God bless. I'll see you soon.